my journey has been such a complex, long one, and it still continues to this day. I was diagnosed with cancer when I was 29, and then I was diagnosed again 2 years later with a completely different diagnosis at 31. And so as I'm, a young adult with a thriving career and a family that was growing at the time, it really threw our world into a tailspin. And, me and my wife and now 3 daughters, really seen a lot and been through a lot. But what we do at Tony Foundation is, we just basically give people that, safety net. We call it gap funding to allow them to get from point A to point B, if you will, on their cancer journey. Doesn't take away their diagnosis, unfortunately, and but at least it can kind of help them alleviate some of that financial stress in the early going. We've had some of our award recipients, some of our 84 award recipients tell us that, we've, been able to allow them to breathe again, or allow them to feel like they don't have to worry about, next month's rent. They can focus on their own health, which isn't that what they should be doing in the first place? They shouldn't have to lose their home and move because they got cancer.
Tony, it's clear to me that in your own life, you've been through a lot, and I'm sure you've thought this a million times over. All that you've been through was designed and meant for a reason, right? You were put on this earth for a reason, and it wasn't just to go through the cancer battle twice, but actually to come through the cancer battle, get to the other side, and do what you're doing for so many others out there and their families, which is really terrific.
We all have a purpose in life. I don't think it's not always the blueprint that you expect, right?
That's
and
right.
Sometimes it'll take you from one path and it'll lead you down a different path. And I never look back and say, man, I wish this didn't happen to me. And some people think I'm crazy when I say that because, man, I've been through the ringer and I have some physical things that I deal with and medications and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, would I trade what I'm doing to help all these people? Absolutely not. I mean, it's been just some of the most meaningful stuff. My kids see it. My wife is so supportive of it. And it's actually allowed me to make some unbelievable new relationships that I didn't have before just because, I'm a cancer patient too. What I realized the most during my cancer journey, specifically the early stages, was how devastating financially it can be on those individuals and their families.
Right.
And so, really 2 things came out of that. One, personally, I was able to apply for Social Security through your company, and your company did so much for me and my family at a time where we were kind of looking around going, how are we going to pay these bills? We didn't have a lot of liquidity on hand. And I'm in Advocator Group, or formerly Advocator Group, and now Brown & Brown, came around for me and my family. What a blessing, and how quickly we were able to get on SSDI versus, the 12 to 18 month window, which it takes so many. The people that don't know somebody or don't have a firm that can help them, it can be devastating. It can, take their home away from them.
It's interesting too, because oftentimes, when we say this, we talk about this a lot, there are various levels to the application process, and sometimes they can involve appeals and the need for more information. And from there, ultimately, you could end up in front of an administrative law judge and going through a hearing, and these things just take a ton of time. And, our approach, and it sounds like you experienced that, was this is not about just getting an award, because quite frankly, most folks that are eligible and the nature of their disability is severe enough that they're likely going to get an award, will get it. But the idea is this is a bridge to the future for people and a means to provide for their families. So we call it fast and favorable, Tony, right? The objective is not just to win, but to win as quickly and efficiently as possible. Our paths are going to cross in September with a little golf tournament in your neck of the woods. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we have our 5th annual Drive Away Cancer Golf Tournament, September 23rd. in Austin. It's such a fun event. Our tournament is in September, but it sold out in early May. So more than 4 months in advance. So gives you an idea of how much support, and that goes back to our mission, right? And it's so humbling for me to see everybody that wants to get behind it. We have a lot of big companies that'll be out there supporting us.
We really appreciate your time today. We're glad and proud to have the association with you and the foundation, and we're looking forward to working with you for a long time to come.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. We're certainly very happy to have that partnership with you guys. Hopefully, we'll be able to send a lot of people your way because they need the help, and it's great to have somebody that I know that I can trust and rely on to give them that support as well.
Awesome, Tony. Thanks very much, Andy. We'll see you in September, man.
Sounds great, Mike. Talk soon.
Take care.
You too.